Denmark, a small country in the Scandinavian region situated north of Germany and west of Sweden, is full of history and culture that dates back to the years of the Viking conquest. Spread throughout many islands and the mainland peninsula of Jutland, this small country has everything to offer from gastronomy, history, architecture, art, rural farmland to bustling nightlife. In this episode, we'll be focusing on the capital city of Copenhagen, which is the most well known part of the country, and rightfully so. If you've been to Copenhagen, then you know all of the wonder that the city has to offer. And if you haven't, you will soon discover why this is one of the most popular travel destinations in the world. Join me on another travel expedition as we explore this incredible Nordic city and all it has to offer. Welcome to Copenhagen, Denmark, and back to A Traveler's World. Most international passengers will arrive at Copenhagen Kastrup Airport, which is located in the suburb of Kastrup, just 5 miles south of the city center. The airport is the busiest in all of Scandinavia, in addition to being modern, clean, efficient, and well connected to public transport. Getting to the center of Copenhagen from the airport is extremely fast, easy, convenient, and I will share with you the different options to choose from. The two fastest options are Copenhagen Metro and Mainline Commuter Rail, which are both directly connected to the airport that offer fast and efficient service to get into the center and other parts of the city. The commuter rail train will get you into Copenhagen Central Station in only about 12 minutes and is the fastest option. The second fastest option would be the Copenhagen Metro, which does make stops along the way to the city center, but runs very frequently at every 4 minutes during the day and every 15 minutes at night. These trains are modern, comfortable, always arrive on time, and is no doubt the cheapest option to get from the airport into the city. Other options are buses and taxis that are modern and plentiful around Copenhagen. Let's start with the airport bus. From outside Terminal 3 of the airport are city buses that can get you into Copenhagen Central Station in the city center. Just look for the 5C bus outside the terminal and that'll get you to the center in about 35 minutes. There are also other bus services such as Greyhound Bus 999, which is a long-distance bus that will get you to Central Station in the city center. Taxis are more expensive but are plentiful, comfortable, and will get you to the city center in about 20 to 30 minutes depending on the traffic. Many hotels have arrangements with taxi companies, so if you are staying at a hotel, you can check to see the fixed prices on taxis from the airport into the city. A taxi ride to the city center will cost about 250 to 350 Danish krona, which is also dependent upon traffic. Another great thing to note is that taxis are usually Mercedes-Benz or BMW cars, so if you are paying this price, at least you know you'll be right to your destination in style. Danish is a national language of Denmark, so if you don't speak it or other Scandinavian languages, then it will be a little bit challenging to learn and master. Though, the language barrier should pose no threat to the English speaker because 90% of the country is proficient in English, with many Danes having near native fluency in the language. Danish is a very difficult language to learn, so unless you are fluent speaking, English is your best bet, and most of the locals will be happy to communicate with you in English. Denmark is one of the few countries where foreigners are not expected to speak Danish, so don't worry about offending anyone, because it's a normal thing and expected. If you're a German speaker and not so confident speaking English, then it will be pleasant to know that Denmark has one of the highest rates of German speakers outside of German-speaking countries. More than 58% of the population can speak German, especially along the southern border with Germany. So if you're venturing into areas with German tourists, or you stick to mainly tourist destinations in Copenhagen, then you should be able to get by with German. It's worth noting that English is the preferred foreign language to communicate, as Danes begin their English lessons from a very young age and continue learning it all the way through university. Copenhagen is a rather compact city by design, but there are many options to get around. Walking is maybe the best way to experience Copenhagen. It is a very pedestrian-friendly city with walkways everywhere, and this way you'll be able to discover all the beauty that the city has to offer. Cycling is another great way to get around, and the city and most of the local residents actually prefer to use their bicycles to get around. There are various companies where one can rent a bicycle, and there are dedicated bike lanes spread across the city, which makes it easy and safe to cycle around. If you're tired from a full day of cycling or walking, then the Copenhagen Metro and S-Tog train will move you around the city conveniently. Running across 4 lines, the Metro can get you to all main points of the city, and wherever the Metro will not reach, the S-Tog train will get you where you need to go. There is also a public bus system, but for the average visitor, it can be difficult to navigate because there are no precise maps of what routes that it covers, and unless you're a local and know the city well, then it may be a bit of a challenge to use the system. With that being said, if you have to move fast around the city, then the metro or the S-Tog train will be your best bet. When you look at Copenhagen in photos, it's easy to see that it's nothing less than beautiful. With colorful architecture spread across the city and beautiful canals where you can take boat rides that give unique touristic views of the city. From museums, botanical gardens, to ancient cities where you can relive ancient Danish history, there is something for everyone to discover and enjoy. Now, let's take a look at some places that are must-see destinations while visiting Copenhagen. National Museum of Denmark. The National Museum of Denmark is the country's largest museum that showcases cultural history from Denmark, as well as foreign nations. Located in the Prince's Palace, you can find exhibits that date back to the Viking Age and all the way to modern Danish history. This is a very famous museum and crowds can be a bit large, so the best word of advice is to get there early as possible and try to go on a weekday. Copenhagen. If you're an admirer of eco-friendly energy created from waste and turned into something beautiful, then Copenhagen is for you. Now some might say, why would I want to visit a waste-to-energy plant? Well, this is a very different concept as it is sprawled out on a hill with lush greenery from top to bottom, making it a very different kind of concept. In addition to its impressive architecture, the site features a ski slope, walking wall, and even a cafe, so if you have no interest in skiing or hiking, you can relax with a drink and enjoy the scenery. Nyhavn District. There is no doubt that this is probably the most recognized and photographed area of Copenhagen, so chances are you will recognize these beautifully colored buildings situated along the canal. This harbor dates back to the 17th century, where you can find classic wooden ships, beautifully preserved colorful townhouses, and an array of seafood restaurants along the water. This part of the city is a must-see, and I can guarantee you'll spend some time just admiring the beautiful scenery, then catching some great photos of the area, yourself, or both. Botanical Garden. The University of Copenhagen Botanical Garden is a marvel to behold, and if you are into greenery and nature, then this place is a must-see. First established in 1600, it was later moved to its current location in 1870, where you can find plants, trees, greenery, and glass houses of all types. There are conservatories, a museum, and most of all, the admission is free. Canal tours. If you're looking to explore Copenhagen in a unique manner, then taking a canal tour is the right way to do it. If you have ever been to cities like Amsterdam or Venice, then you know taking a cruise along the canal is a great way to explore the city. There are several tour options from basic to luxurious, but one thing for certain is that the experience will be great no matter what type of boat you're touring. In addition to walking around the city, this is a great way to experience even more of the city, so make sure to take plenty of pictures or videos so you'll never forget this incredible experience. As always, there are so many things to see and do in a city like Copenhagen, and what I've covered in this video is just a taste. I visited Copenhagen and it was a great experience. Although a little expensive like the rest of Scandinavia, there are many ways to not empty your wallet while still enjoying your visit. If you've been to Copenhagen or have any questions, please feel free to comment below and share your experience or opinions. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with family and friends. It's much appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.